of Nigeria. So I expect the ministers to speak up. I expect also President Tinubu to tell us whether indeed it is a norm for people to pay to become federal ministers. That is one point. The second point is that Nasir El-RUFAI is now crying, woof, 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 woof. This is the same man who 3 years ago, on the pages of Leadership newspaper, you can Google it, he says that he will remain in APC till he dies.
Yes, he said so.
That story is there.
Yes.
Now, what was his argument at that time? He said he was one of the 37 original members that formed the APC. The APC, you know, of course, is a special purpose vehicle. At the time it was created in 2013, 2014, bringing together, you know, the aggrieved members of the PDP who call themselves New PDP, led by Senator Bukola Saraki, the CPC, the ACN, led by President Tinubu, some faction of the AMPP. They all came together, and their mission at that time was to remove President Jonathan from power. Is this nemesis, you know, that we're seeing in terms of the disemboweling of the All Progressives Congress? That's the second point. The third point is that Malam El-RUFAI is saying that he didn't beg for the position. I think he's right on that score, because President Tinubu promised him publicly at an event in Kaduna. He said at that time that he wanted to go for further studies abroad, right? And the president said, you are going nowhere, I'm going to make you a minister. The only man who was so honored publicly. And then at the end of the day, you know, they came and said security reports did not favor him. His own friend and former partner and brother and colleague is a national security advisor. So how did under Malam Nuhu Ribadu's watch, they arrived at the conclusion that Nasir El-RUFAI is a risk, a security risk to Nigeria? I think fair is fair. On that score, he has every reason to be aggrieved, to be angry. My next point is about this coalition, this toing and froing. He has been meeting with all kinds of disgruntled politicians here, either in Lagos or in other places. I do not think that this idea of a grand coalition that they are putting together, I don't think it's likely to work. Again, because of Malam El-RUFAI's own limitations, and also because of the ambitions of all these parties who say they want to take over power from President Tinubu. They should know that President Tinubu is an old fox in this game. Somebody came on this program and called him master of the game. He's not going to fold his arms and allow people to just push him out of power. Well, all of us must be realistic in that regard. But I think that the drama, the disemboweling, the revelations are useful for the political education of many Nigerians who just listen to the sensation and do not know anything beyond the headlines.
Guys, do you know that there are two sides to every story? In fact, sometimes there are three sides to a story. Let me explain that. The side of your side, the person's side, and the public opinion side. In fact, there are four sides to a story most times. The public opinion side, your side, the person's side, and the understanding, people's understanding. You know, there's something called, there's a difference between reading or listening, understanding, and apprehension. Like comprehension rather. Comprehending, understanding, and comprehending what the person. And this is why I tell people, when you listen to somebody, whether it is your spouse or anybody, listen to what they are saying and what they are not saying. That is why it's usually very important to listen to body language also. Facial expressions, which are the non-verbals. You know, talking is verbal. Non-verbals are the way the person is keeping their face, the person is, you know, doing their hands. No, they are non-verbals, because these people are not verbalizing how they feel. It's just like you are entering somebody's car, the person is like, good morning. Like, you are not feeling the vibe if you have known this person for a while. Even when you have not known the person, the way they act or react towards things you do will kind of give you an insight to like, oh boy, excuse me, this person is not saying things the way it should be. I don't know if you get. So when you look at this whole thing, you understand that El-RUFAI, this El-RUFAI you are seeing, he has the right to be angry. Whether, look at, for example, somebody told him, I don't want you to travel. I want to make you minister. Now, I don't want you to travel. I want to make you minister. There are different things. I don't want you to travel. Okay, why? Then it now comes, I want to make you minister. I want you to be in my cabinet because we need your expertise. Because, whether we like it or not, El-RUFAI was a very, very powerful person, powerful minister, while he was the minister of FCT. Now, nobody knows if El-RUFAI was supposed to be the minister of FCT and then they said no, let Wike be. As in, this FCT has been a minister when things were even better. You get? So we don't know the ministerial position he was supposed to be in. And then maybe at the end of the day, Tinubu will write a book when he's done with his second term, if he's given the second term. Maybe he will write a book, or maybe if they rig him out, or they throw him out of this particular tenure, not coming back. Maybe he will write a book to say, oh, it is my security advisor, that Ribadu, that said we should not give El-RUFAI, because El-RUFAI has accused Ribadu of being behind everything that is happening. And then again, he does not believe that the president betrayed him. Like El-RUFAI now, they said, the story says, oh, I don't know, I forgot to bring that clip here. The story says that El-RUFAI mentioned that he got his blessings from Buhari to join SDP. And now Buhari, I don't know, maybe the president called him and he came out to do a press statement saying, no, I am still with APC, or that he is still with APC, that he cannot betray the party that brought him into power, that he cannot do that this party brought him to power twice. So El-RUFAI, he just gave El-RUFAI blessing. That doesn't mean he is going to support SDP. And this is just still making Tinubu unstable, because since El-RUFAI had come out to say where his stands are, from the time El-RUFAI did not see where his stands were, the northern Nigerian people have started taking a stand, gradually tilting towards what El-RUFAI's body language was saying. When El-RUFAI came out to say what he said, a lot of people stood with El-RUFAI from the north. Now, if you look at it very well, El-RUFAI now came out to decamp to SDP, mentioned a couple of people, and just recently I saw a post before I started this video where they said, oh, El-RUFAI has put his best friend Sanusi Lamido, the emir, into problem. Maybe he mentioned him into this. But in a nutshell, Buhari has denied El-RUFAI. Deny him, but don't take a Hausa man and joke, because right now, as I speak with you, Tinubu's son has been going around the northern states, visiting emirs, visiting all the traditional rulers, their government, people in politics, so canvassing for votes for support for 2027. Now, the Tinubu cannot go himself because, of course, they will say it's wrong for him to be in. It's not yet time for campaign and he's doing it. So his son has been going about begging these, men in the north. And this guy who is the aide to Tinubu is in the media blabbing. They will come talk trash about El-RUFAI, go behind and be romancing El-RUFAI's ego by begging people to beg El-RUFAI. Does it make sense? So they should call that Daniel Blawa, they call him to order. Whether we like it or not, El-RUFAI is a voice in the north. Am I supporting El-RUFAI? No. But like we always say, it's good to call a spade a spade. El-RUFAI is a strong voice in the north. I have a lot of northern friends and we have political conversations and I see what they tell them. They say there's a way El-RUFAI will say a word, all of them will come and know where their stand is. So do not joke with the north. Because when they not say they are not supporting you, they are not supporting you. When the El-RUFAI son came out to say he's supporting, he came out openly to say they support Peter Obi. And when I made a video saying they support Peter Obi, people say it's not true. Get your facts right. They don't support Peter Obi. El-RUFAI and his family are solidly behind Peter Obi. Go and write down this. You are going to see how the turn of events will be. What if El-RUFAI is in SDP so that he'll be able to support Peter Obi in whatever party he chooses? great times ahead. We shall see what happens.